But then came the crowning, as in Crown Prosecution Service, glory.
The Sunday Times has revealed that 20 officers smashed down the door of a Quaker church to arrest women discussing climate change and Gaza.
Now, these women were part of a protest group called Youth Demand, who, to be fair, are certainly guilty of having a name so prosaic they may as well have called themselves Protest Group. But the point is, they weren't actually doing anything apart from having a meeting in a room they'd hired. Admittedly, prior to this, they had been posting on social media that they planned to bring London to a standstill with a protest around Gaza, but the point is, they hadn't yet. And not committing a crime really shouldn't be an arrestable offence. Although, if any of them does go to prison, we will know who's really to blame for their doing porridge. It's the Quakers. Thank you. Critics have said that all of this feels a bit Minority Report, the Tom Cruise film in which police go around detaining people for pre-crimes in a nightmarish dystopian future, which is where we all live now. To be fair, thanks to the Police Crime Sentencing and Courts Act 2022, written by Philip K. Dick, conspiracy to cause a public nuisance is a crime. But just what is it? To find out, I'm joined by the Naked Week's Conspiracy to Cause a Public Nuisance is a Crime, but just what is it? Correspondent Larry Budd. Larry, conspiracy to cause a public nuisance, just what is it?
Whoop, whoop! Andy, it's the sound of the thought police.
OK, we don't whoop, we're British, 200% tariff. But what do we know about the Quaker House 6?
Well, I wanted to check my notes here because they are suspected crimes, OK? I do have to report this meeting accurately for legal reasons. According to reports, they were arrested while they were, quote, sitting in a circle eating breadsticks and hummus.
So, do not mix hummus and Hamas.
Let's not forget, they also had breadsticks.
Oh. Nothing but thugs. I say, hang the lot of them.
Well, to be fair to the police, we don't know what they were planning on doing with those breadsticks. A sharpened Grassini straw in the wrong hands is a lethal weapon.
So, what's happened to the women that were arrested?
Well, as you say, the arrests were on suspicion of conspiracy to cause a public nuisance, which is...
No, Larry, it's nothing to do with witches.
And I understand the police are now looking to charge the women with 6 counts of homicide.
And they did raise the Taramas alarm. Yeah. You can make those noises all you like, we are not going to be stopped. Now, we wanted to know more about exactly how the police are deciding who to arrest. Well, joining me now is the Naked Week's predicting crimes correspondent, Larry Budd. Larry, as many are asking this week, what are the police playing at?
Look, Andy, it's very, very simple. Solving crimes is really quite difficult, whereas arresting random members of the public is a piece of piss.
Makes sense. And I believe they do have specialist kit for this.
They do, and to be fair to them, the police have kindly lent some of it to the Naked Week for us to have a look at. I've got it here, if you can see that.
OK.
This is the official police issue crime predicting software.
So, for listeners at home, Larry has just pulled out what looks like a child's origami paper fortune teller thing of the type you might find in a typical British playground. How does it work?
What we do is we ask someone's name and then flip bits of the folded paper toy around to see what crime it lands on. And then we'll arrest them for it before it's happened, because one cannot be too careful. Here are some new public nuisance crimes that have been, this week, added to the statute books. They include wearing white socks with sliders, causing or encouraging someone to say the word hollybobs, aiding and abetting a works karaoke night, or recklessly endangering a nice evening out by mentioning her mother.
So, this is where we're going to weed out any future hardened criminals that might be hiding in plain sight in our studio audience. Would anyone like to volunteer to find out what potential public nuisance thought crime they might be committing according to the police? I'm just going to say you, madam, would you, what's your name?
Alison.
Alison. Do you like hummus?
I love hummus.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Have you ever thought about committing a crime?
No.
Very confident, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out.
Okay.
Larry, if you could please ready the official police issue crime predicting software. If you'd like to play along at home, you can. It's really easy. Just think about possibly committing a crime and then wait for the sirens. Okay, great. So, Larry, if you could flip.
L-I-S-O-N.
Brilliant. Alison, could you pick a number between 1 and 8, please?
7.
7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, we're just going to open it up. Alison, can you please read out the newly legislated serious public nuisance crime you might possibly think about committing in the future?
Applauding or going way in a pub or restaurant when someone drops a plate.
Okay. Alison, I want you to stop and think about that for a moment. Okay, you have done?
Yeah.
Good. You're under arrest. You are going to be taken from this place to be waterboarded with hummus and pierced with sharpened breadsticks until dead. Okay? Don't blame me. That's the law. Ladies and gentlemen, Naked Week prisoner number 1, Alison! This is the Naked Week on Radio 4, where once again we hold hands and take together a relaxing stroll through our quiet garden of current affairs contemplation.